That being said, mixing a drink is way simpler than you'd imagine. Just pick your... So, go ahead. Explore the bar and bring... Nice work. Let me take... You found some interesting ingredients there. Now, each drink has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone for the initial... The original formula is said to be Nunu's favorite drink. It's sour and bitter, and the bubbles burst in your throat. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct, the ingredient that'll create... Bright future. A taste that's been a long time coming. I'll never forget the flavor that danced on my tongue as...
Mikhail.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration. Which style do you prefer? Concentric circles. May you always remember where you started. Well, it's done. Here's to you, the nameless, with this glass of a ticket to the boneyard. To the dead and the dying.
Well done, Gallagher. You're not over the hill yet.
So, are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavors! They're way...
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts. I can taste the spicy and sour notes with a hint. I'm not entirely sure what it all means. Maybe Mr. Gallagher can shed some light on it.
Well, if you're expecting a profound answer, I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that, Mikhail?
Yeah, that name does sound familiar. When you got knocked out by that masked fool girl, I think I heard someone calling that name. Do you remember?
I was right about you. You guys seem to know quite a bit, and now there's no reason to hide anything from you anymore. Let's dig deeper into the case, and of course, I'll tell you a story about Mikhail. All right, let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. In other words, she's a stowaway. She managed to fool me at first. My age must be getting the best of me. But here on the planet of festivities, stowaways are a common sight. You're bound to run into one sooner or later. After the incident, but here's the thing. We only received bad news, and the trickiest kind at that. She simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality, as if she had never come to Penacony at all.
Huh? Does that...
Different? Are you suggesting that girl wasn't actually killed? Come, let me be frank. This case, actually, is unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
Dealt with before? So, death does happen in Penacony. If I had...
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide. Even the shiniest city has its dark side. We're all adults here. Surely I don't need to explain too much to you. Confronting the family based on that alone would be naive. Death may occur in sweet dreams. So what? Such events are highly unlikely and only affect a tiny number of people. If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the true problem with the family.
I guess it's time to tell the story of that Mikhail.
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right? Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
That's the exact wording.
Hey, why are you laughing? Wait, did you write it? It's quite poetic.
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case, so how could I not know? I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family and the Watchmaker isn't as close as it seems.
That's just our speculation. Actually, it's hard to believe that the father of Penacony and its actual managers are at odds.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The family has considered the Watchmaker an enemy for a long time, but the hounds haven't been able to track him down, as he seems to be living only in the characters and stories he created. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the Watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world, inviting you here and causing chaos?
So, you want to seize this opportunity to expose the Watchmaker?
Well, now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the land of the dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony, and he's the root cause of all the anomalies in the dreamscape. You don't get it? Well, Mikhail, the betrayer of the family, he's the Watchmaker. Here we are, Clock Studios theme park, the most
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the Watchmaker? I would have expected you to take us to, maybe, a library, or an art—
The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, you know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salve the prolonged exposure to high concentrations of But everything has a price, and sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality. One of the prisoners broke free from the IPC shackles and fought for freedom. He is Hanu, the great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker, and the faithful companion of History is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony's actual history. These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you read...
There are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sunday himself. Who knows what it's for? So many of them. I've never seen anything like this. We don't need to go in. We don't want to draw any unwanted attention inside. We can let's find a quiet spot and continue our conversation. View here is great, right? We can see everything from here, including Clocky.
If all the characters in the animation are based on characters in reality, then Clocky's counterpart is definitely the Watchmaker. In the animation, he's Hanu's partner and one of the founders of Dreamville. Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war and sided with Asdana?
It was a monumental war for freedom. Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards, even visitors from beyond the sky. In the end, they emerged victorious. Among them was the person who would eventually be known as the Watchmaker.
But if you do the math, doesn't that mean the Watchmaker was around for several centuries?
I'm not sure, but Mikhail was already the Watchmaker when I met him, so maybe he inherited the title.
How old are you now, Mr. Officer?
I'm 13.
No way. Not even close.
Hanunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him. With limited resources, threats from the outside world, and internal conflicts between major prison districts, it wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning the prison into the planet of festivities that
Thus, he became known as the Father of Penacony.
But didn't you say the Watchmaker betrayed the family? And you said you were his companion, so that...
No, I'm not his companion, but rather one of his many children. But I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family, but to Mikhail.
What did you do?
I did nothing. And that's the worst betrayal of all. Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves to Penacony. But the Oak family, they set us up. Mikhail was too old to protect his children anymore. So we left the family to find our own path. While they continue to praise the Watchmaker's name in the world, behind closed doors, they condemn him on a pillar of shame. Nevertheless, we wanted to clear his name. We intended to find the real traitor, the one responsible for all this, and restore harmony to Penacony. But we failed. Too much time had passed, and the land of the dreams had become deeply corrupted. After countless fruitless pursuits, I gave up. Like a lost dog. The family accepted me and made me an officer, supposedly as a form of forgiveness. I heard he died in obscurity, in a place where no one could find him. That's when
We're truly sorry for what happened. But this is not the end of the story, right?
Apparently, someone has inherited the title of the Watchmaker and has been secretly working against the family all this time. Unfortunately, after all these years, I have no idea who that person is, or if they're even real. Or just Mikhail's lost soul haunting the dreams. So, do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because I believe the girl's death must be connected to the Watchmaker's legacy. And at the end of all these mysteries, we will find the answers we are seeking. If it really is Mikhail's ghost, I want to meet him. If only for the last time. For those who despise me could form a line from here all the way to the entrance of the hotel. I've told you all I know is a sign of gratitude. Something just happened at the theme park. How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways rejected by Penacony today?
Gallagher does have a troubled past, it seems.
While Firefly's whereabouts remain a mystery, his stories shed light on our suspicions about the true identity of the Watchmaker, his connection. Now that we've confirmed a lot of our suspicions, let's take a moment to think about the clues we have.
Are your companions worried about you?
They're just checking up on me. Let's get in and get out. Seems looks like we're about to enter the depths of Dewlight Pavilion.
It's been a smooth ride. Almost too smooth for a heavily guarded mansion.
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us. Something feels off. A grand mansion like this and not a butler or servant in sight. Well, this door is open. Looks like what?
Just one moment. Light. I've made myself less noticeable. The crew can explain their presence as authorized by the family, but I can't come up with any excuses for being here.
I see. What an interesting...
Stream forth the gleam of old blades. The model in the sand pit. It's the golden hour, isn't it?
Maybe the heads of the family and the footprints here are different from the rest. There are two sets of them.
Stream forth.
Looks like outsiders might have passed through here not long ago.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades. While there aren't any people in this mansion, on the still waters of oblivion, I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion. I'm okay. Lance, forward! On the still waters of oblivion.
Come on, my turn.
Let me pay you back tenfold! I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion. Familiar. I can't protect you anymore.
Please, and victory!
Lance, forward! On the still waters of oblivion.
Look, it dropped something.
A note. Looks like instructions from the butler for the other servants.
Seems like the mansion's entire workforce were assigned other tasks before Robin's death. It must have been a big project to require that much manpower.
But no matter what their main priorities are.
So you're saying...
Yeah, but I don't know why.
No one here either.
Since no one's around to entertain us, let's make ourselves at home. Seek, and you will find.
As soon as I and the rest of the crew arrived in Penacony, Mr. Sunday and Robin showed up to greet us. I remember hearing something unusual in her voice.
Robin believed it was because the harmony had been tampered with somehow. But as far as I know, there aren't many entities capable of interfering with the power.
Meaning?
If there really is a traitor within the family, that person must hold a high position or possess
That would explain why Mr. Sunday has been having such difficulty in catching the traitor.
The information about Robin, Firefly, and the other victims. I don't see any commonalities among them.
Looks like the rumors were right. Death does seem to be targeting random victims. And based on Sunday's notes, he's no stranger to death.
He's just surprised that it has resurfaced. This light cone is securely guarded. It must hold some important memories.
According to Robin's interview, despite having performed on so many grand stages, her favorite performance was a pretend show she put on with her brother when they were just kids.
I wonder how their relationship is now.
Growing up brings gains, but also losses.
Yeah, time has a way of smoothing things out. Mr. Sunday has done some serious research on his suspects. This traitor must have been causing trouble for the family for a...
They all seem to be insiders, but I haven't met any of them.
Huh? Wait, these characteristics...
What is it?
No, nothing. Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
Perhaps that's why Sunday is taking this matter so seriously. It seems neither the Dream Master of Penacony nor this old Odie is happy with Sunday's recent performance.
They don't seem to care much about death. Instead, they're more concerned about the Charmony Festival and the Watchmaker.
Maybe the other family heads don't think death is a big deal. One thing's for sure.
That's all for now. Nothing more noteworthy.
Before coming here, I had all sorts of scenarios in my head about dealing with the family. I did not expect an empty mansion.
Watch out! Someone's approaching.
I don't think trespassing on forbidden areas is Acheron, the Galaxy Ranger.
Our apologies, Mr. Sunday. Nobody came to greet us, so we entered without permission.
But even if there's no one to greet you, you should wait for the host. Don't you agree? Even without the famous Galaxy Ranger. As far as I know, the crew has officially accepted the family's commission, so coming here will be unnecessary.
On the contrary, that's exactly why we're here. To ask you about the case and...
Well, since you've come with goodwill...
Rest assured, he hasn't figured out that we went through those documents.
While the truth remains a mystery...
Let's hope justice will prevail soon. With all due respect, it's in the IPC's interest to wreak havoc before the
Well, other family heads share the same... However, I'll give you a suggestion regarding your... He's a businessman, not some While the family is dedicated to keeping our guests safe, you never know.
According to a Pierpoint hotline tip, there was a major breakthrough in the shocking Ejhazio Aventurine case. This fraud case has been linked to many departments within the Interastral Peace Corporation and the Intelligentsia Guild, causing a large drain in manpower and resources, resulting in the IPC taking a massive loss.
The case's main suspect originates from Sigonia 4 and is one of the survivors of the second Kattegat Abjin extinction event. As per Strategic Investment Department head Diamond's sentiments, the IPC has appropriately relocated the suspect in the spirit of the Charter and will continue to
What pretty eyes. Tell me, do they shine in the dark?
Well, if they did, I'd sell them in a heartbeat.
You don't know how many people long for your eyes to be closed forever. No lawyer has the audacity to defend you.
Not difficult, but
You're pretty confident on your eloquence. Did you also think that when you lied to the Intelligentsia Guild?
ask and you shall receive. You wanted the perfect construction material. If your luck holds out, the IPC will dig something up from the golden sands of Ejihazo.
I'll admit that. What I'm more curious about, though...
Madam, I already have what I want. To be...
Then let's talk about the second gamble.
My life. I bet you won't send me to the gallows.
What do you want, then?
I want your Lenore to meet with me. I have something to say.
And then what?
I want cash.
It can't be that simple, can it?
It is that simple. 30 tonbas. The remainder of my market value. With this money, I'll climb to even greater heights than you. Grasp even more riches.
Interesting. A pity Diamond won't see you. No one gets to see him. You're wrong. 30 tonbas. I'll give you that. And much more than that. Wealth. Status. Kakavasha. A good name. But unfortunate. Go. Pick the clothes you like. Then choose your desired identity. May your plans never suffer failure.
Life is like a long-term investment. People can't always make the right choices in their lives. Is it because Gayatri blessed? But even if I overcome this difficult trial, will I return triumphant with never to return? I'm pretty sure you already have some ideas, lowly gambler. What? What? Am I dreaming, or have I gone Perhaps both. Forgotten me already? Fine. I may be crazy, but I'm not stupid. Get out of my head, newborn. The harmony? Oh, don't play the fool. It's not the first time we've met. No need. I'm you, and perhaps even more aware of yourself than you. Of what exactly you want. You're dying. And you still want to drag a bunch of unfortunate... A grand unveiling. You really think you can... Why not? Well, you may have fooled everyone, but you can't fool yourself. I can show you. Before you're entirely gone, I'll be with you for the last stretch of your road. Let's have a heart-to-heart while we walk. What exactly are you? Most people in this world spend their entire lives just to reach one outcome. Kakavasha, I am your future. First, I'm hearing things, and now I'm seeing them. Great. Am I going to be elevated into the Harmony's emanator net? Just a Pepeshi? No. child. I thought minors weren't allowed in Golden Hour.
What's wrong, mister? You...
Impossible. Who?
They're pretty, aren't they? Sis said they're a gift from Mama Funga. Colorful eyes are said to bring good luck. Mister, you have pretty eyes too. Beautiful.
Are you alone?
They're in that amusement park. Papa and Mama went in first. I'm just about to go look for them. I have to go. Goodbye, mister.
Those eyes. And Mama Funga. No, it can't